What up wolves, Blade Master here, back with some more Total War Rome 2 online action, and this is some patch 16 action with Pergamon. And this video is going to try and highlight to you guys the incredible power of these Picked Peltasts units that were featured in the previous battle that I played as well. But in this match, I've taken Pergamon against Rome. So my opponent, whom I found in quick battle, has taken Rome. And this video, I mean, spoiler alert, but still, you're probably going to know in a couple of seconds, but I mean a couple of minutes, but this video is going to try and show you how these Picked Peltasts, these 4 Picked Peltasts that I've got, systematically broke down this Roman infantry army. And what's special about this Roman infantry army is that it is a spam of, well, not a spam, I don't want to call it a spam, but it is very, very heavy on Evocati cohorts, one of the most cost-effective infantry units in the game. I think they're the most cost-effective infantry in the game, and they were pretty overpowered in patch 15. Their stats have not been changed in patch 16, but they have got a 10 talent increase, so their cost has been increased by 10 talents. So I'm going to show you guys how powerful these Picked Peltasts are. So what is so special about these units? They cost, the first thing that's special about them is that they're incredibly expensive. They cost 790 talents, so they are very, very expensive. But for that you get a missile damage of 41, which is the highest in class missile damage, and out of that 12 is armor piercing, so very, very potent missile damage. That itself is alright, but the fact is that they have shots per minute of 8, which means they are very, like, almost ancient era medieval machine gun peltasts. So they have very, very high reload rates. On top of that, the biggest, and this is the biggest speciality of these units, is that they have 10 ammunition, which gives them a whole 3 extra ammunition over every other peltast. Now that might not sound too high, but when you're talking about, you know, extra amount of ammunition for units whose javelins do such deadly damage in the first place, that is actually going to make a ton of difference, a world of difference to these units' cost effectiveness. And finally, they've got decent melee attack and weapon damage stats. 36 weapon damage is quite good. I don't know how much of that is armor piercing though. But at the end of the day, you don't want to use these units in melee. They've got decent armor which protects them against enemy skirmishers. But yeah, you want to use these units to target enemy high value units, and they can just devastate them. So I brought, with Pergamon, I brought 4 regular hoplites, 4 Picked Peltasts, a couple of Thuria spears, and a lot of citizen cav, a total of 5 citizen cav, and a couple of Pergamonese noble cavalry, Pergamonese noble cavalry. I'm going to have to check the pronunciation on that one later. My opponent, as I already mentioned, has brought 7 Evocati cohorts, 1 Legatus general, a couple of, a total of 4 auxiliary infantry, and 2 gladiator spearmen, and a couple of Praetorian cav whom I can't see, whom is very wisely hidden in some of these areas, I think. So I'm moving up ahead with my Picked Peltasts. You can see they've already killed around 18 Evocati cohorts with a couple of volleys. I'm going to keep kiting back with these units, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to charge in with my general and my other Pergamonian noble cavalry onto these Evocatis, whittle them down, reduce their HP. You can see they've already got around 10 kills, and now I'm going to, I'm going to put fast, no, I didn't put fast reload, but I focus fire on 1 Evocati cohort, and you can see how quickly they're dropping. That was just a couple of volleys by these units, but you can see how absolutely deadly those volleys are. My Pergamonese noble cavalry did really well here, 21 kills with only 4 casualties. And now my Thuria spears are going to keep showering them at javelins. Of course, Thuria spears don't have as high missile damage javelins as Picked Peltasts, yeah. But they're going to get some rear shots onto these Evocatis, which will definitely help a lot. And I'm just going to move these Thuria spears up in front. Give these Evocati some strong, heavily armored targets to engage in melee. Meanwhile, my Picked Peltasts should be pretty devastating by engaging them behind them. I'm also going to get another sneaky charge on these Evocatis with one of my Pergamonese noble cavalry. And now let's try and focus on these Picked Peltasts to see how well they do. I'm going to get rear shots off on one of these Evocati with my Thuria spears, but this Evocati cohort that's already been depleted because of a couple of volleys from my Picked Peltasts is going to suffer the wrath of these units, and look at how quickly they're dropping. Just absolutely deadly, amazing skirmishes. These units are just amazing skirmishes, and it's not just that they're very quick at destroying very good units like Evocatis. It's the fact that after a couple of volleys, it's not like their javelins will be, or it's not like their ammo will be lost. they still will have a ton of javelins. Now I'm gonna I don't know if I was going to get a charge in at this point. Yeah, I remember this. I asked my opponent to stop or to pause for a second because my dad called me in, but he didn't. I mean, I guess it's quick battle, so it is a free for all. But that avocado over there has been destroyed by my Picked Peltasts. 33, 25, 43, and 80 kills on each of them. And now they're just going to keep showering javelins on these avocado cohorts. Meanwhile, they're going to just charge into my hoplite phalanx. And, it just goes to show how amazing those missiles are, like how deadly they are. Meanwhile, this avocado cohort that was already depleted has been destroyed. They attacked that Thoria spear over there. And my Pergamonese Noble Cavalry General, after getting a charge in, his Legatus General caught them. So what I'm gonna do with these Picked Peltasts, and this is the second part of the video, is that once they're done with their javelins, these units are done with their javelins, they've got 85 kills, which is amazing. And now they're gonna come in and help deal with this Legatus General and kill them off. Meanwhile, I got a rear charge with my Pergamonese Noble Cavalry. They've got 70 kills, 71 kills, about to get a single experience chevron. And some more of my Picked Peltasts are getting a lot more kills. You can see 73 kills on one, 59, and it's racking up with the other. And yeah, they're just amazing units that I just think they're like brilliant units. His Praetorian Cav have attacked my Citizen Cav. And I've basically got a couple of Citizen Cav over there which is dealing with one Praetorian Cav. Meanwhile, I brought another one to help kill off his Legatus General as soon as possible. I've put my Thoria Spear onto square formation, and let's take a look at this rear charge that I'm going to get with my elite Shock Cav, these Pergamonese Noble Cavalry. And yeah, that's going to be pretty devastating for those avocado cohorts. They didn't get a lot of kills, but these units are very nice. I think they are very specialized units because their armor at 45 is terrible. But they've got very good melee attack, and their charge bonus is deadly, just deadly charge bonus. 76 charge bonus is just amazing. And now I'm going to charge into the backs of these avocados with my general, my Pergamonese Noble Cav General. Again, that's going to be very strong. Now these Picked Peltasts, who've already got 62 kills, their ammo's been depleted, and now I'm going to rear charge these auxiliary infantry who were engaged with my Thoria spears. And these avocado cohorts, usually they would just slaughter a hoplite line. And now they just can't because they just got whittled down so quickly by those Picked Peltasts that they just weren't able to do or deal enough damage. And that's going to leave me with a lot of infantry. You can see I haven't lost a single hoplite unit yet. I only brought 4 hoplites to his 7 avocados, so that's saying a lot. Picked Peltasts so far, 98 kills on one. This one is about to get charged at by his Praetorian Cav, which is at full strength. But these units have low mass. That's one thing that's kind of going. That's that doesn't go in their favor. But they do have very good health at 55. So it's going to take a lot before these units start to die. And they have very nice base morale too. So it's not like they're going to rout immediately. So these Picked Peltasts are dropping, but you can see how slowly they're dropping to some unit. To a cavalry unit that's as devastating as a Praetorian Cav. That is one of the most elite tier, or the most elite tier Roman cavalry unit. They're just taking a long time to die. So that is another great use of these units. Once they're done with their javelins, it's not like they're a huge killing force in melee, but the fact is that they can hold up units for a long time, and they can definitely deal a lot of damage by rear charging units like auxiliary infantry. Like I said in the live commentary, I think even in late patch 15, the meta was kind of turning towards hybrid skirmishers, Dacian heavy skirmishers and stuff like that, and units like them were very useful. And I think that's going to be even more so for Picked Peltasts and units like them. My Noble Cavalry General is about to get a second experience chevron. 123, 130 kills. Yeah, you can see how, holy shit, you can see how devastating that charge was on those avocado cohorts. That's just so satisfying. I hate avocado cohorts, and I just love it when they get destroyed like that. They were the bane of my life in patch 14. Oh my god, the number of times I got slaughtered by Memkin with his avocados. No, or was it Memkin who had the avocado spam? I don't know. I just remember getting slaughtered by avocados repeatedly. But my Noble Cavalry have done really well. 161 kills on one, 121 on the other. But my Picked Peltasts have done better, I think. 148 with one, 97 with another. I think the other one's getting engaged. 163 on the third one, and I think the fourth one is somewhere here. Yeah, it's just about routed, but 121 kills from them. So just amazing units. They managed to hold out this auxiliary infantry. 2 units of auxiliary infantry were held out by that Picked Peltasts for I think at least a good 2 minutes. So that's amazing. His Praetorian Cav killed off my Citizen Cav on the far side. and they've just entered this battle far too late. And he's only left with a couple of Praetorian cavalry who have done quite decent, because they destroyed my citizen cav earlier on in the game. And his avocados have only got 86 kills against hoplites, which is, I mean, just goes to show that these Picked Peltasts they did their job really well. It might be because I'm really hyped about these new units, but I just think that they are definitely a very good skirmisher to bring. And I think in general hybrid skirmishers are very good units to bring now. And these units are probably the best example of bringing a truly hybrid skirmisher. So let's take a look at the stats. 121, 101, 168 and 196 kills each on Picked Peltasts. So there's really no doubting that they're very good in their skirmish capabilities, because these were all on some really high value, very well armored avocado units. So this goes to show they are very good units, I think. The opinion is divided on them, because they cost 790 talents. It's going to be hard to bring a well-balanced melee infantry heavy army with Picked Peltasts. But and I think that's why they are left to and they are perfectly suited to factions like Chimeria and Pergamon, where you get a lot of hoplites, so good holding unit, and it just depends on how well you can hold with your units while your Peltasts do the damage. My Pergamonese Noble Cavalry did well too. I like these units. They're not the best units to bring because of that terrible armor, only 45 armor, but if you can get some charges on with them, they will be very devastating. You can see the effect that one charge by my general did on those avocado cohorts. Anyways guys, that's the end of this replay. Hope you enjoyed it and stay tuned for more. Peace.